we've done a lot of talking about the discs. I figured it's time to go play some 9 holes out of Daphne, Alabama. And let's just get right into it. I do apologize, first couple holes, you're not going to be able to see the flights too well at that time of day. And yeah, it's just tough to see the disc. But that was my gray Neutron Octane, pre-flight number Octane. Pretty seasoned, just nice smooth pull. We'll get more discussing the holes as we go on. I'm kind of discouraged about the flights not being there. I'll work on learning how to edit a flight trail or follow flight, as they call it, in the future. That's a lot of editing though. But yeah, so Octane, Neutron Soft Proxy, Ion Putt. Hole 11, 223 feet, par 3. It's just over the hill. Where I'm standing, I don't feel any wind. But if you look up in the trees up high, there is a massive, swirly, crazy wind going on. And I think you'll see that when I let this putter go. Yep, there it goes, up and down, elevator. And then it gets dropped really hard. Which actually ended up being an okay thing. Because I'm still right here by the basket. I'm really enjoying the soft Neutron Soft Proxy. It is, I think, going to be my main driving putter. I like the proxies in general, but this one just, it feels really good. And it's got just enough stability. I'm just going to have to worry about how long it takes to beat in, and we'll see that in the future. Hole 12 is playing into a headwind, so I'm taking a Photon. This is brand new from Daniel. Thank you, Daniel. Just to play something safe out in the middle. With no wind, being 480 something, I could maybe get a circle's edge putt. I really wanted to put down a roller on this hole, but it's just, there's way too much wind going on. This is the Electron Soft Envy, super beat up. I use this for like touch shots, like really touchy shots. I just want to hit and sit, being that Electron Soft plastic. And it did pretty good. We'll tap in for my par on that long par 3. We have the red Octane, domey. It's just a little more stable than my gray Octane. We're going to try to give this a nice pull on this par 4 here. Sometime today, Rob? There he is. And I let it go, and you just see immediately get slapped. Just like the wind just destroys it. This place is so crazy with the wind. It's like coming up and down these hills. It's kind of hard to see on camera how much elevation change it is right here, but there's a ton of elevation change. I'm going to try to throw this fireball up to the basket here. Very overstable fairway, slow, dumpy. I just count on it to fight the wind the whole way, and it does. It's about a 15-footer, 10-footer. But yeah, this place, man, it is so windy, and it's got a ton of elevation. Even that walk from the camera up to the putt here is actually pretty considerable uphill. You can kind of see how much of a slope we're on by the chains on the basket. Yeah, I didn't like that putt. Anytime I'm out practicing and I don't like that first putt, I always try to hit a second putt just to, you know, get a nice comfy throw in or putt in. Yes, very downhill this hole is. I have the Neutron Entropy. Thank you, Roman, for selling me this. It's just predictably overstable. It's not going to get a bunch of glide, and it's just going to dump. And it dumped even harder than I thought because, again, the wind down there at the bottom of the hill as I go running down there, it's just everywhere. It was a crazy windy day, but fun nonetheless. Hole 15, 597, par 4. The basket's tucked over in the right. I really want to smash this. It's really far downhill. It looks so flat on camera, but that is way downhill. I really want to smash this wave. It's a really understable high-speed driver. I have a tailwind on top of the hill, and that's what I'm feeling. But if you look out in the distance, which I did not do when I was throwing, you'll see the wind is just all over the place. So it gets out there in the hyzer, it flips up, and I'm like, oh, it's going to ride forever. And then all of a sudden, it just drops out of the sky. Like it just gets slapped. I thought I really put a move on it, and instead Mother Nature is like, nah, you're going to sit here. It's a little windy to trust the soft Envy, so I'm going to go again with this proxy. Just kind of give it a little pull, trust it into the wind, and it did exactly what I thought it was going to do. It held straight and finished just left of the basket. I tell you guys, if you guys have not thrown the proxy, I am really enjoying throwing the proxy for just about everything. I think on the next hole I throw my Electron proxy, which is more of a baseline plastic. And then I have a neutron proxy, and I have a neutron soft proxy. Yeah, here it is. Oh, the hanging branch in the middle of the fairway, I'll zoom in super quick, is a hanging branch in the form of a Y, like dead middle, right where you want to throw a disc. So I'm going to try to split this triple fake Mando with my Electron proxy here. The reason I like the Electron for shots like this, because I know I can leave it on hyzer, and you see it has a really late flip. And I love that in the woods, to have a putter that I can let go with that much hyzer and trust that it's just going to pop up flat and hold. I turned the camera this way so you can look back down the fairway I just threw. It's kind of crazy. This hole doesn't feel like it belongs on the rest of this course, but it just kind of works. You're throwing hard and far all day, and to come into a tight technical shot is pretty cool. Speaking of not cool, if you're following me on social media, you've already seen this. This is an ace run. This disc should go in. I want you to see what Mother Nature decides to do to this disc. Yeah, right there, just absolutely blasted. I'm in like disbelief. I was like, oh, there it is, my first ace. That's it, my first ace with the proxy. It's happening. And then Mother Nature's like, no, not today. And not only did it like kill the ace run, it threw this disc a good, I don't know, what is this, 35, 40 feet out here, like, and downhill. So I'm putting back uphill with a raging tailwind. I'm pretty confident inside the circle. I'm still working on circle's edge or outside the circle to not go back to like my default spin putt. But I let it go, trust it, and somehow it goes in. I don't know how, but it's in, and I'm going to take it. Hole 18 is the last one on the 9 holes shootout here that we're going to do super quick. It's a raging headwind, which is actually kind of weird because actually on the tee it feels like a tailwind, but across this creek that I got to throw, it was a raging headwind. So I'm just going to throw my red octane, give it a lot of hyzer, and hope that it still hyzers left. And it doesn't. It just holds. At the very end, I get a little left turn or a little left fade out of it, but it just flipped up to flat. There's just too much wind, and at that distance, I really didn't bag anything that I felt comfortable throwing at that distance. Maybe that's a spot to look into for future. So as I'm throwing in this putt, well, I'm not actually going to throw it in. Well, spoiler, maybe I do. I don't know. I'll watch. I'm just kidding. As I wrap up this round, I just wanted to give you guys a quick sneak peek. That's just quick 9 holes. Nothing crazy. Nothing too in depth, but just a little sneak peek of what I'm throwing and what I'm leaning on so far. Be on the lookout. We're going to break down this a lot further. I'm going to go out and do some rounds and really, I'm going to actually talk to you guys as I'm playing to really break down what's going on in my head and why I'm choosing the discs that I'm choosing. So be on the lookout for that soon. And yeah, guys, as always, be better than yesterday.